Welcome friends, family, and loved ones. My name is Nolan Shannah, and yes, despite the difference in hairlines, I'm Tom's younger brother. We're here today to celebrate as we watch Shannah and Tom join hands in marriage. Given the timing, I have to admit I wondered at first if this was just Tom's way of getting everyone together to celebrate his 60th birthday in a few months. But then I thought, it must be real love if Shannah was willing to become Shannah Shanahan. It could be worse, I guess. All kidding aside, we're here today to celebrate with Shannah and Tom. Laugh with them, eat, drink, sing, and dance with them. And I have to believe some of you are here to cry and may have already started. Get a grip, Kevin. But most of all, we're here to wish them well as they begin their new life together. I'd like to say on behalf of Shannah and Tom, thank you all so very much for being here. I know it means a lot to them. To start our ceremony off this evening, we have a selection from the author Robert Fulghum. If that name is familiar to you, it's because he's also the author of All I Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten, a book that was popular about 20 years ago, and as the title indicates, contains homespun wisdom about the need to share, be kind to others, clean up after yourself. This selection is not from that book, but I think it's very appropriate for our ceremony. It's called Union, and it addresses the commitments that happen when two people like Shannah and Tom recognize and formalize the real love between them. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you've been making commitments in an informal way. All those conversations that were held in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks. All those conversations that began with, when we're married, and will continue with, I do, and we will. All those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of the wedding. The symbolic vows we're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you may have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher, for you've learned much from one another during your time together. Shortly, you will say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to all the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. Real love is sharing a life together. Real love is what comes next. Real love is what happens after the falling in part is over. It's what happens when you've landed and all around you is normalcy. Once again, it's time to do the dishes, or pay the bills, or put up the Christmas decorations even though it's Halloween. Shannah, Tom, we all stand here with you today and hold you up in happiness. But in a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, or maybe even a couple of years, real life is going to have to creep back in. You will need each other to face those challenges. You will need each other as partners, as equals, fiercely honest with one another and fiercely committed to one another. You have to be both, honest and committed, because real love demands both. And a successful marriage demands a foundation of real love. Shannah and Tom, I want to urge you to hold to that vision of your real love for one another, because all of us are here behind you and are rooting for you. We are all here to wish you the best that life has to offer as you both move forward together as one. Knowing this, it's time to declare yourselves to one another. Shannah, do you take Tom to be your lawfully wedded husband from this day forward, through whatever challenges and triumphs life brings you? Will you love him, honor him, and cherish him and no other for the rest of your life? Tom, do you take Shannah to be your lawfully wedded wife from this day forward, through whatever challenges and triumphs life brings you? Will you love her, honor her, and cherish her, and no other for the rest of your life?
I will.
Axton, if you could please come forward with the rings. Shannah and Tom, it's now time to say your vows. Shannah, please repeat after me. Tom, I give you this ring.
Tom, I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my promise.
As a symbol of my promise.
To love you forever.
To love you forever.
With it I promise.
With it I promise.
That I will honor you.
That I will honor you.
Cherish you.
Cherish you.
And love you.
And love you.
The rest of my days.
The rest of my days.
Regardless of what challenges or triumphs.
Regardless of what challenges or triumphs.
We face together.
We face together.
Tom, please. Sorry. Tom, please repeat after me. Shannah, I give you this ring.
Shannah, I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my promise.
As a symbol of my promise.
To love you forever.
To love you forever.
With it I promise.
With it I promise.
That I will honor you.
That I will honor you.
Cherish you.
Cherish you.
And love you.
And love you.
The rest of my days.
The rest of my days.
Regardless of what challenges or triumphs.
Regardless of what challenges or triumphs.
We face together.
We face together.
Shannah and Tom, having proclaimed your love and commitment to one another in the sight of these witnesses and myself, I am elated to pronounce you, by the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church in the state of Indiana. It's a real thing. Husband and wife. Tom, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege, honor, and pleasure to present Mr. and Mrs. Shanahan. As our last name demonstrates, the Shanahans are of Irish descent, with our paternal grandfather, also named Tom Shanahan, having emigrated to the U.S. nearly 100 years ago from County Roscommon in Ireland. Our parents raised us to have great pride in our Irish heritage, so I think it would be fitting if we end our ceremony today with a traditional Irish blessing. May the meaning of this hour be fulfilled through the days and years to come. May the love of this man and this woman, their unity of spirit, grow deeper and stronger in the uncertainties and challenges of life they will share. Loving each other, may they love all persons. Trusting each other, may they learn to trust life. May their love reach out to the love of all, that their lives may bless all whose lives they touch. May they find comfort together in shared hours of shadow, as well as in the bright sunshine of joy. May they be to each other both strong and gentle. May all who follow their lives with interest and affection have cause to rejoice, not alone in their happiness, but in their brave and generous living, in which makes life beautiful and significant. May those who love us, and those that don't love us, may God turn their hearts. And if he doesn't turn their hearts, may he turn their ankles, so we know them by their limp. Everyone else, please head to the garden pavilion for our cocktail reception.